Hi, this is Frank with F&G Innovations. Today I'm going to show you something kind of neat. I'm going to show you how a regular flashlight, a 200 lumen flashlight, what it looks like when it's in a relatively dark environment. Unfortunately, it's got although it's bright, it doesn't have a lot of usefulness. You'll notice that you've got the bright center beam and you've got the dim outer beam. And then I'm going to show you something that we've come up with Morphalite here, and that's our Scout and our Pro Flip. And I'll show you the beams from those and how they are, in practical terms, quite more useful. Okay, hold on. So here you see a 200 lumen LED flashlight. You can see the bright center beam and you can see the dim outer beam. As I zoom up here, you can see the outer edge of the beam, and I'm going to go to the left. Or to the right, you can see there's limitations, and it certainly doesn't light up much down below. And this, by the way, this video is all being taken with a Galaxy S4 smartphone. What you'll also see is for all these videos, the LED flashlight is mounted on a tripod, so that I've got the same position every single time, just so that there's no fudging. Oh yeah, one more thing. See how oversaturated that light is? That's only 200 lumens. It's bouncing right back in your face, affecting your night vision. At F&G Innovations, our Morphalite technology redirects that light into a useful beam, as you will see next. Here we have a Morphalite Scout beam. The Morphalite Scout, as you can see, is mounted on top of a tripod. Give it some stability. Okay, as you can see here, you've got the center beam, and you've got the bright center beam, and if you come up a little bit here, you can see the edge of the dim portion, and it goes all the way down to the floor. And as I pan to the left, I have to go slower. The autofocus is not going to function correctly. You can see it goes all the way over to the edge of the wall. And as I pan back around this way, you can see it also comes all the way to the edge of this wall. So you get pretty close to 180 degrees of beam. Here we have the Morphalite Scout with the beam oriented vertically. And you're going to see that if I go upwards, you can see the beam goes up quite a ways. And then as we pan down, you can see that the beam creates a path of light directly down from your feet, or at the bottom of where the edge of the light, which is where your feet would be if you were holding the flashlight, all the way on up. So your entire trail is lit consistently. Here we have our Morphalite Pro Flip. It's a 500 lumen LED flashlight, and you can see the beam is actually much wider and brighter. If you go up here, you can see that the edge of the dim portion goes all the way up beyond the edge of the ceiling, and same thing going down. And there it is, mounted on the tripod. So we're going to pan to the left. You can see how much it lights up the entire area, all the way to the edge of the wall. And we're going to come around this way. It lights up the bookcases to the edge of the wall. Here we have the Pro Flip, the 500 lumen LED flashlight, and the beam's mounted vertically. And you can see, if I pan a little bit to the left, you can see the edge of the dim beam, and you pan to the right, you can also see the edge. And if you pan up, you can clearly see that's a pretty wide beam. And it goes way up. And then coming on down here, you can see that there's the flashlight. And I'm going to step out of the way here, and you can see the beam starts all the way down at the edge of the flashlight. So you got pretty close to a 180 degree wide beam. So here you can see with a 200 lumen LED flashlight that, and when you're walking along a trail and you come upon an obstacle such as a rock, a log, or a bush, hanging down trees or whatever, you can see that the beam of the flashlight, the bright stuff, that really doesn't go beyond the object. You need to be moving your flashlight around a lot in order to see that. So if you have an obstruction, now it causes you to have to do something. And that can, response time, reaction time, and stuff are all very important. Here with the Scout, okay, you can see with the Scout, you've got an obstruction. Sure, you've got an obstruction, but look at here, your entire trail is lit up all the way up to the obstruction, over the obstruction, and beyond the obstruction. See, you can see beyond the blue futon here. You can see that you've got well-lit area, okay? Everything is lit up, so now, no surprises. No critters are laying there, snakes, what have you. Everything is illuminated all at a glance. So you ask, Why is it important that I'm able to have a long beam, whether it be horizontally cast or vertically? Well, it's quite simple. If you use the beam horizontally, you're going to greatly increase the area you can see, which it allows you to use your peripheral vision, greatly increases your situational awareness, making it for a safer environment, and allows you to plan your moves before you actually need to. With a vertical orientation, it allows you to completely see your entire trail, all at a glance, and that also makes it for a safer environment. We're going to use flashlights smarter now, instead of just moving the flashlights around willy-nilly and going over here and going over there. You want to see what goes bump in the night, just rotate the flashlight, horizontal beam, boom, there it is. Thanks.